In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Sing it with me! Wee Pumbaa. Pumbaa. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 3. Thank you very much. Where's my apples? We are going to finish up our digger, which shouldn't take that long. I think we've got most of the parts available and set up and ready to go. This is immediately after the last episode, so we should be pretty much caught up. So let's take a look here. We've got, what do we need for our, let's see, what do we got here? Oh, that's right. We need some lapis. Lapis. And I believe I don't have any lapis currently anywhere in my system. I believe I searched for that. It's true! No lapis. That's alright. So, let me show you what I got here. Well, first let's make sure. Can we turn lapis? Can anything get turned into lapis? What we got? Lapis essence, fragments from bees, nuggets, lapis ore. Let's see. Factorizers, world gen, which in the looks like we got spaceships in this pack. Overworld, so anywhere between Y, so it looks like 15, 16, and 17. Fine with me. Search my ad, no. Okay, I can grow lapis from lapender seeds. I've never seen that before. Alright, so looks like we've got a lot of mods to check out. This is going to be kind of a long series. So we're going to go ahead and find some lapis. We're going to take the little quick train here. Oops, you know what I need before I do this? Oh, my goodness, I thought you were almost a monster. Come out of here, engineer, looking like a... coming out like a freight train there. Trains. Oh, I want to make myself a train system so badly here. Back in the day, they used to have this really neat train mod that you could make... stuff in there, okay. That you could do incredible things with the trains. You could set up self-sufficient train areas. You could have trains do mining for you. It used to be this really awesome stuff, and I haven't really seen it in a long time. I don't know if it's been converted to 1.12 or not, but we're going to find out later. But right now we are headed for Y15. Let's go down here. 19, 18, 16, 13. Oh, 13, 12 is fine. Okay. Actually, I think... yeah, I wonder if I... oh, this is just right above the water. Yeah, so this is the cavern area. Where's the tree area? Oh, it's up there. A little too high for lapis. But this might not be. Let's get up here. Don't have any torches, so I'm going to have to just sniff around here and see if I can find anything. Oops, that wasn't good. Hey, where'd I drop into? Huh. Well, let's get our tools set up here so we're not going crazy here. Alright, let's find some lapis. Just need a couple pieces of lapis. Let's see here. So between, let's say, 18. So let's see here. Oh, that's an interesting down section there. What do we got going on here? Hello, rock salt. We're a little too high, but I'm trying to get over there. Why is there always so much dirt underground? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't pretend to know anything. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, I'm getting hit by those bees. The bees don't like me. Alright. Well, I guess the best thing that we can do is crash. There we go. So here we are. Let's see, 17. That's two. That's a. What is down here? Oh, that's right. This is my deep cave area. So let's do this. Let's go over here. Let's find a nice. Is that lapis? No, that's not lapis. Let's go this way. Let's go up to 12. Oh, what's going on here? Looks like we might have a little bit of a tunnel here. 14, and we're just going to start digging this way. Or maybe not. Whoop! Ho! That was close. I know better than that, too. Always check where you're going. I know better than that. Grr. Let's go over here a little bit. That's what happens when you get cocky. Hello, redstone. Alright. This is 12. It's like that's electrotine ore, which isn't quite lapis. Now, normally we find lapis next to lava, but we can always find it anywhere, or somewhere, or nowhere. So we're sitting on 15 now. So in theory, this is one of the best levels to find lapis at. So if I just keep going in this line, there's a decent chance that I will be able to find some lapis. Alright, let's see here. I didn't have naturally, but tell you what, there is some right here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Go ahead and open this here real quick. 29. It's going to give me at least a decent amount. There we go. Perfect. Some quartz ore here. Dig, my friends! We will dig in a straight line until we find some lapis, and I just did! Haha! Check that out! Lapis, lapis, my friends. And we found a lot of it, and we found 38! Way more than we need. Excellent. Let's go. See, just a little digging found us the lapis we need. Now, how do I get out of here? Oh, that's right. Groovy. Come this way, and this seems to be a way out. Here we go, back to the tunnel. Yeah, this way. Awesome possum. Our digital miner is in sight. And one of the wonderful things about this digital miner is once we have it, it will use up a ton of power to find particular ores that we can use to enhance our base. This will be a big stepping stone. Now, one of the reasons that I am getting this particular digital miner is so that we can get the resources necessary to continue on. Under normal circumstances, digital miners, they're pretty powerful. Because they almost eliminate mining. One of the things that you really want to be careful with, especially with all these mods, is depending upon what your goal is and what you want to do, some of the mods might actually remove that for you. For example, if you really love mining, if you really love splunking and digging, digital miners basically eliminate that from your tool set. I mean, you don't have to use it, of course, but if you need a particular ore, if you need some particular resources, then yeah, I mean, digital miners are going to help you a lot. Downside is they take a lot of energy. And I will show you exactly what I mean by a lot of energy. We need 2 of these cores, and we have lapis and gold, so let's take that out. We need some gold here. Gold. And we need 2 of these teleportation cores. So 1, 2. Excellent. Excellent. So now, let's go take a look and... Oh, is it really sunset already? It sure is. We've got our 2 teleportation cores. So we are almost there. We've got our 2 teleportation cores, we've got our 2 atomic alloy, our advanced circuit, our logistical sorters, and our vertical digger. The only thing that we are missing now is a robot. And robots are not that difficult to create. Now, if you've never had a robot before from Mekanism, it's basically a little robot that follows you around and can perform functions like smeltering and chests and that sort of great stuff. One of the problems with the robots is that they kind of get in the way of a lot of different things. That's why I tend to not use them. I think they're cool. I did it again. I hate that. I hate that. I have this tendency to middle click and just sort everything, which takes everything back into a sortable space. But anyway, long story short, let's put some of this back here. I don't need that. Actually, that is my Akashic Tome. I can put that there. Block of quartz, redstone, leather, ink sac. That can go there. Put the diamonds back in there. And put that in there. And yeah, I'll pay more attention to this when I do my sorting, which is coming up soon. We are going to be working on storage later. For now, let's get our digital miner set up so we can do some... I did it again. Fine, forget it. I'm just going to leave it there. What I'm looking for right now is... I'm looking for obsidian. I know I've got some... There it is. Alright, so the first step in creating... well, actually, we need to dig a little deeper here. We need a personal chest, which is a circuit board... which is that green basic circuit board, 2 chests, and a bunch of steel and some glass. Let's grab the steel. Let's grab some steel. And I will... and while we're doing that, I'm going to start working on this to enrich that and turn that into some obsidian. And to make... the energy tablets, we need redstone enriched alloy, so we've got that. Let's grab some gold and some redstone, and we're going to make 2 of these. 1, 2. Perfect. Put that back in there. We've got those 2. We've got an atomic alloy steel ingot. We need a personal chest. So do we have a basic control circuit around here? Let's take a look. Yes, we do. We've got a basic control circuit. And I know we've got chests around here. We've got chests up the canoodles, wazulis. There we go. 2 chests and some glass. Take that out. So now we can get our personal chest. Let's get our personal chest going on. We've got that done. And now for this, we need a atomic alloy and 2 refined obsidian. Let's get some atomic alloy. Perfect. And we put obsidian, raw obsidian, in the enrichment chamber, and we get 2 pulverized obsidian per obsidian here. And then we take it over here and we turn this into... Right? No? Oh, no, that's right. We diamondize it. We put it in here, and it turns into refined obsidian, I believe is what they call, or enriched obsidian, or refined obsidian. And that turns it into refined obsidian dust, which, if we click on this, shows us that we just need to put it into an osmium compressor to become a refined obsidian ingot. So we come over here, put that in here. We are almost finished. I can't believe it's been 15 minutes already. That's crazy. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. Wow. Alright, so we've got the obsidian there. And, oops, wrong one. Stop it. And that's all we need. We've got our robot. Now that we have a robot, let's get the rest of our parts and get a digital miner. We need that, and that, and just grab all that. Where's our drill? Oh, no, wait, it's right there. And we are missing our advanced circuit. There we go. And now we have the potentially game-breaking digital miner. And here is what this beast looks like. This is, hi kitty. No, you don't need to be let outside. You do not go outside. You stay inside. Okay? Here, let me open the window, even though it's very cold and wet outside. You're not going to like it. Here. Kitty wants the door open, the window open. All right, so here is the digital miner. Now, the digital miner is a massive piece of technology. What we need to do first is we need to configure it. And in the way we normally want to configure this thing is we want to configure it for maximum radius and maximum depth. Radius 32, and then we have our filter. And typically, when we're first starting out, we use the ore dictionary for all the ores that it can find. Now, as mentioned, this thing will take a lot of power. In fact, I am going to move my obsidian compressor and my basic energy cube, and I'm going to pump some basic universal cable. Give me that and give me that. Actually, I need to put you away just for a minute because you're bothering me. I'm going to go ahead and put this puppy right here, and I'm going to pump this into it. As you can see, we are currently working, and start. It is currently mining, and it is going fairly slow at the moment. But what we can do, and unfortunately I blocked it, so we're going to stop and reposition this puppy, is we are going to reposition it like where'd it go? Where'd you go? There you go. We're going to reposition it like right there. There we go. And we've got a chest slot in the back here, which we are going to do, which is auto eject. So if we come over here and put a chest here, which we are actually going to use my son's brand new storage crate because it has a great big capacity. Put that there, and we're going to start. And it is going to slowly, very slowly at the beginning, mine items and put them in here. Now, one of the great things about this is you can just literally let it go. And if you notice, it's not taking up that much energy. What it will take up is when you start putting any kind of upgrades into it. And I've got a speed upgrade here by itself. It's just chilling that I made a mistake and made too much of. So I'm going to go ahead and put this speed upgrade in here. And you're going to notice that once the speed upgrade hits, it's going to go a bit faster, but it is going to start using up more energy. In fact, the effect is going to be 1.33, but it's going to be using more energy. So what we do with this is we just let it run. And as you can see, it's got resonating ore, iron, uranium, aluminum, redstone, and all these things already starting to generate. And if we let it sit here for a while, it will dig in a, if we just go to, it will dig in a 32 block radius with a minimum of 0 and maximum 99, and it will search for that and pull out 10,236 blocks. Now, if we can actually configure this to give us whatever we want, if let's say we're looking for iron ore, so we go ore, iron. We check it, it's going to give us that, we save it, and then we start, and there's 1,425 pieces of iron, which it will now mine out. And that's the only thing it's going to pull out. And as we can watch here, this number for iron ore will go up. It's at currently 4, now it's at 5. It will then go to 6, and so on and so forth. If we're looking for, let's say we're looking for gold, we can delete this and do, oops, gotta put the, or gold, click on the check mark, we've got a box in there, excellent, and then we can just go to start, and there's 128 blocks of gold to mine, and it will just start putting that in there. Now let's say we are looking to, where'd it go? There it is. Now let's say, do I have it here? Yes. Let's say we want ardite and cobalt. Let's say we want to make manulin. So the first thing I want to do is, because I don't have an established base in the Nether, I want to set this up beforehand. So let's go ahead and do ore, cobalt. Make sure it's there. And ore, ardite. And let's remove this right here. So E2. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the Nether. Here we are. Now the first thing you want to do is check around to make sure that you're not under attack, you don't see any ghasts, anything trying to destroy you, because if something shoots this thing, you might lose it. It's not guaranteed that you'll lose it, but you might. You really might. So I like to go into an area that's kind of decently protected on my first time, especially when I don't have any kind of a established base to protect me. So let's go ahead and go to here real quick. Let's dig this out here. Let's drop this down here. And these green ports on the side of it that you can see here, these are your energy ports. So if you have something like a basic energy cube, because you're not going to run power in the Nether unless you've got a very advanced base, we're going to say output on all sides. Let's go ahead and start. And as you can see, it is going to slowly, well, in this case, it's not slowly, it's actually doing it pretty quick. It's going to start pulling cobalt and ardite out of the ground. And this is a great way to get specialty ores, especially if you can't find them. There are different ways to find ores in the Nether, and I'm sure there's many different ways to do it. You can use RF tools, you can use other mods as well, but this is the mechanism way to do it, and the digital miner is one of the most high-tech and easiest ways to do it without destroying the landscape. Usually with RF tools, you have to, well, I guess not anymore. They've changed RF tools where you can only scan for particular ores, but this seems to be a very easy way to do it. The only downside is that it's very power hungry. And as you saw, it can be material hungry as well. So I'm going to go ahead and let this run out completely before we go back. And as you can see, we've already got a decent amount of ardite and a decent amount of cobalt. And we are about halfway through our energy cube. And it is still searching, which is great. All right. Oh, one more thing. For those of you who are unaware, my children might be unaware, so I'm going to ahead to explain this. There's a concept called chunk loading, where only chunks that are in a certain range around you are loaded into active memory. And what does this mean? Well, if I place the digital miner in this location without modification, and I walk away, say, 7 chunks, and I believe the distance is, I think, 6 or 8 chunks. I can't remember. But let's say I walk away 12 chunks. The digital miner will still be there. And if I travel back, it will still be located here. But because it's not in active memory and it's been offloaded, it will not mine. If you come back or come into range, it will still have this number that you walked away with. So if I leave when it says 168 and I exit the range of it and it gets offloaded, not into active memory, but however Minecraft determines that storage, I will come back and it will be still that same number. There are ways that you can do what's called chunk loading, which is forcing this particular chunk to stay active in memory. So if you, looks like we're running out of power, and there it goes. So now let's pick those up. Anyway, we can do things like anchor this particular device to a chunk, and that will continue the process. You won't have to worry about losing your progress when you are mining ores. It's a little bit difficult to explain if you don't know some of the terminology and the technology behind how Minecraft works. But let's just say if you walk too far away, the digital miner stops working, and if you come back, it's obviously close enough, so it starts working again. All right. Looks like it is nighttime, so let's get ourselves some nappies, if we can. There we go. All right. So I am going to put my digital miner down so it gets energy. I'm going to remove these. I'm going to do a or asterisk, which those of you in the computer knows means all. I'm going to start it, and that will begin mining all the ores back into here. I will place my ardite and my cobalt, and as you can see, the blocks are being fed into my purification chamber and will eventually be turned over here, nickel, into usable ore. Nothing is stopping it. Everything's good. Excellent. See, there's the ardite clumps. As I mentioned before, any kind of raw ore that goes into the purification chamber will be turned into clumps, which are then turned into dirty dust, which is then turned into pure dust or just the plain dust, and is then generated out here. All right. Let's do a little cleanup here. That's a metal. There we go. Let's put those in there. That's a metal. Let's put these in here. Actually, no, I want those out. All right. And then I will put those in there. I'll run over here. We'll make this our... Oh, I need to charge that. Put those in here. That back in there. That back in there. That in there. That in there. Why not? Put these back in there. And let's get our basic energy cube charged back up by placing it on our network. And then, of course, changing the configs to inputs so it starts getting charges back up. Now, oh, wow. Oh, okay. So if you notice, all of these machines are currently functioning, and I don't have enough energy to perform all of their duties. As you can see, the digital miner is trying it's trying under low power to perform, but it is hitting zero and obviously is running into some situations. This is barely charging because all five of these machines are running. 6 of these machines are running at full speed to take care of the ardite and the cobalt. Let's see if I remove that. Will that help it? Not really. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. So let's drop that there. Okay. So we've run into a power situation, and it looks like if we want to expand our mechanism facilities, we are going to need better power generation. For the time being, I can probably just throw together a few more of the for the wind farms, but that's not sustainable, more or less, per se. So I'm probably going to look at other means of power generation, and it might be time, depending upon how power generation is set up in this pack, to start looking at some small reactors. I am a big fan of the reactor situation in Minecraft. I think they're very fascinating machines, and they produce a lot of power. You're generating 120, so that's a lot. So I'm cheating a little bit here. You can fall off the ladder and then come back to it and catch it without any kind of negative side effects, so that's kind of a little cheating. Well, not really cheating, just taking advantage of how the situation works, of how the mechanics work. Well, this is a short video. We've got our digital miner. I'm going to let this run for a while. We're going to get some nice ore. I may, off camera, make 1 or 2 more wind farms up there. But we are going to be looking at a little bit more adventuring in the next episode. And this digital miner, not only did it help us get more Manulin for our Manulin gear, our Manulin weapons, and our tools, but will enable us to get a wider range of ores without having to waste so much time. And that will be very useful because some of the things that we have in store for the next few episodes are to expand our base, and my son has wanted to get into the Betweenlands and the Twilight Forest. Now, my sons have seen the Twilight Forest, but they have not seen the Betweenlands, and from what I'm reading, the Betweenlands will be quite a new adventure for us. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like to give a shout out to my sons, Philip and Sterling. I love you very much. I hope you are doing well, and Daddy is thinking about you every day. And for those of you out there who are watching our show, thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next time. Take care.